Hello friend, welcome to my channel. Coin worth million. Today video is one you won't miss. We're diving into the world of coins. Top 1 sen. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. So let's get it started. The 1990 Malaysia 1 sen coin is a small yet historically rich piece of currency issued by Bank Negara Malaysia, the Central Bank of Malaysia. Though minimal in monetary value, the coin holds significant importance as a representation of Malaysia's post-independence monetary evolution, national identity, and economic framework during a critical period of the country's development. This coin was part of the second series of Malaysian coinage, originally introduced in 1971, which aimed to modernize and standardize the Malaysian currency system following the early years of independence and after the replacement of the Malaysian dollar with the ringgit in the 1970s. The 1 sen coin of 1990 carries with it overtones of national pride, symbolism, and the functional utility of the lower denominations in a cash-driven society. The design of the 1 sen coin from 1990 is modest but meaningful. The obverse, front, of the coin features the emblem of Bank Negara Malaysia, which includes a kijang, or barking deer, an animal native to the Malaysian forest and used historically as a currency motif by the ancient Kelantan Sultanate. This symbol represents strength, grace, and heritage. Above the emblem is the inscription Bank Negara Malaysia, and below is the date 1990, indicating the year the coin was minted. This neat and authoritative design layout reflects both the issuing institution's legitimacy and the country's administrative identity. The reverse, back, side of the coin showcases the bold numeral 1 at the center, indicating the denomination in centimeter. Below the numeral is the word SEN, and surrounding the denomination is the national flower of Malaysia, the bunga raya, or hibiscus rosa-sinensis. This flower was chosen as Malaysia's national flower in 1960 and symbolizes courage, life, and rapid growth, values that were especially relevant during the time Malaysia was undergoing industrial and infrastructural transformation. In terms of its physical attributes, the 1991 sen coin is made from bronze, composed primarily of 95% copper, 4% tin, and 1% zinc. This metallic combination gives the coin its signature reddish-brown hue when new. However, due to oxidation over time and frequent circulation, many examples appear in dark brown or even greenish shades. The coin has a diameter of 17.78 millimeters and a weight of approximately 1.94 grams. Its edge is plain and unreeded, a common characteristic for low-denomination coins to reduce minting costs and minimize the need for anti-counterfeiting measures. Although not heavily ornate, the coin's craftsmanship was fit for its purpose, everyday transactions, and it was minted in mass quantities to fulfill its role in retail and microtransactions throughout Malaysia. The economic backdrop of Malaysia in 1990 gives additional context to the coin's significance. The country was entering a decade of economic acceleration, largely driven by Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamed's Vision 2020, which aimed to turn Malaysia into a self-sufficient, industrialized nation. As part of this vision, there was an emphasis on infrastructure development, international trade, technological adoption, and currency modernization. The 1 sen coin played a part in this everyday economic ecosystem, allowing Malaysians to conduct small transactions such as buying snacks, newspapers, or paying bus fares. In school canteens, pasar malam, night markets, and corner stores, the 1 sen coin was widely used and accepted. Children would often carry these coins in their pockets, and they became a cultural touchstone for a generation that remembers when 1 sen could still buy something. Though the coin was widely circulated, its mintage numbers were never excessively high compared to more widely used denominations like the 10 sen or 50 sen coins. Nonetheless, millions were minted to meet consumer and market demands. Coins from this period were minted at the Kilong Wang Bank Negara Malaysia, the Royal Mint of Malaysia, located in Shah Alam, Selangor. The mint used modern coin pressing techniques to produce uniform, high-quality pieces. Over time, as prices rose and the cost of goods increased, the 1 sen coin began to lose purchasing power, a result of both local and global inflationary pressures. By the late 1990s, the coin had already started to disappear from active circulation, though it remained legal tender until officially phased out in the 2000s. From a numismatic perspective, the 1991 sen coin is not considered rare in general circulated condition, but well-preserved specimens, especially those in mint state, MS, or proof-like condition, can be of considerable interest to collectors. Coins graded MS65 or higher by reputable grading agencies such as NGC or PCGS can fetch higher premiums on the collector's market. While circulated examples might be sold for as little as RM 0.10 to RM 0.50 depending on where, uncirculated coins can reach RM 5 or more, especially if they show strong strike details and retain their original reddish luster. Furthermore, coins with minting errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double strikes, are of particular interest to advanced collectors and may sell for considerably more, depending on rarity and condition. On a cultural level, the 1 sen coin has become a nostalgic item. For many Malaysians, especially those who grew up during the 1980s and 1990s, this coin is remembered fondly as part of their childhood. It represents an era when physical money, particularly coins, played a central role in daily life, before the rise of digital payment systems. Even today, some people collect and keep these coins as reminders of simpler times, school days, or as part of family memories. The visual symbolism, especially the hibiscus flower, also connects the coin directly to Malaysian identity and pride. The decline and eventual obsolescence of the 1 sen coin began in the early 2000s, when Malaysia's government and Bank Negara Malaysia recognized that the cost of producing and distributing the coin far outweighed its utility. In 2008, the Malaysian government implemented a rounding mechanism which allowed businesses to round total cash transaction amounts to the nearest 5 centimeter. Though this was not a demonetization per se, it effectively eliminated the need for 1 sen coins in most practical situations. By 2010, most banks stopped issuing them, and by the mid-2010s, they were no longer seen in general circulation. Yet, legally, 1 sen coins remain valid tender unless explicitly demonetized. Another important aspect is the educational use of the 1 sen coin. In schools and museums, it is often used to teach children about Malaysian history, coin production, and national symbols. The hibiscus motif on the reverse is a particularly effective teaching tool, introducing young Malaysians to the meaning and value of their national flower and the principles of patriotism embedded in daily objects. Coin collecting societies such as the Malaysia Numismatic Society frequently include 1 sen coins as part of beginner sets, enabling young collectors to start their hobby with accessible and affordable examples of Malaysian currency. In broader monetary history, the 1990 Malaysia 1 sen coin mirrors global trends in coinage. Many nations around the world, Canada, Australia, New Zealand,